Welcome to the opening round. The opening round of the Italian GP coming directly from Monza. And we've still got Bottas and a few car parts 10% boosted this weekend. And as you can see at the moment, we're about to get our opening round underway. If you haven't seen it already, on Friday we released the strategy guide for the weekend, so make sure you go and check that out. We've got 4 races to come. We've got 32 laps. We've got Monza, Hungary, Melbourne and Sao Paulo all to come. So hopefully we can put in some good points. Beware, tricky Monza. First corner is a make or break. So let's see if we can get this underway. We can get some good points. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. And let's get it underway for race number 1 in Monza. So it's time to practice for Sunday. Anything we can do today can help tomorrow. And remember, Saturday seed does not use our very best boost because we are limited. So we're going to use the boost that we've got available that we're happy to waste and see how many points we can get doing so. Leclerc and Alonso, P21, P22. We're going to put Alonso on the softs. And for this one, I am going to use tuning. We're going to go hards for Alonso. And we've got a fair amount of rooster at the moment, so I'm probably just going to chuck a rooster on and hope that we get some more race start boosts in the pit pass. But let's see what we can do here. Race position 21, race position 22. That's where we've got to get. And we've got a good start from Fernando Alonso. That's what is critical when it comes to this account. We need good starts. But can they go around the outside? They can. And Leclerc, wow, great first corner. P14, P16. Even Leclerc up to P15 now. So that's a very decent first corner. If you watched my qualifying live yesterday, you'd have noticed that I got absolutely stuck. So that's a brilliant first few corners. We'll settle down then, and we always conserve down the straight. See what we can do here. We're right up the back of Pierre Gasly. Can we make a move into the first corner? Outside line, inside line. We get P12. Alonso only P16 at the moment. Any room past Pierre Gasly? We're going to try. As Alonso does go backwards on that hard tyre, but Leclerc's up to P11 with Lance Stroll just ahead. We're not going to service. The problem with the hard tyres, they are very, very slow. As Leclerc now comes into the pits from P12. Good first stint from Leclerc. And now Alonso will start making his way through some of the pack. Leclerc comes out. Can't get ahead. That was our worry. Can't get ahead of them cars in front. But pit exit trick works a treat. And we do get P22. We've got Tsunoda in front on the hards. We need to get past him so he doesn't slow us up. Can we get that done here? Up the inside. Yeah. Oh, I thought we had that. I don't want to use too much power unit. Oh my god, how Zhou Guan Yu nearly got us there. And Alonso then comes into P12. Leclerc still can't get past Yuki. Now we try and boost past again. Still can't get past the hard tyres. We're trying. I think we're past now. Are we past? Yes, we are. Use a lot more power unit than I would have liked. But P11 for Alonso. Still got one more pit stop for Charles Leclerc. Conserve down the straights. And he'll make some positions. And there you go. P14, but he's still got a pit. Alonso comes out P20. Gets hit by Albon. And he gets back into P21. Not great, is it, so far for him? But let's see what happens as Leclerc gets into P12. But obviously will start to move backwards when he pits. So in he comes. Around that last final corner. Loads of cars ahead. If all these pitted, we'd be in an absolute love. Oh, I'll tell you what. Fair few of them have. Alonso takes P17. Leclerc, oh, just gets ahead of De Vries. That's what we needed. We needed that. Will there be any more pit stops? Rivals all over the back of us, but he's on the soft tyres. I'm not going to try and chase that too much. That's okay. He's going to stop twice still with both cars. Well, one each. So we're going to probably get them positions as they come in. So both of them now come in. And we've got Alonso up to P15. What about Leclerc? He's coming down, takes the 2 positions of the rival. So it's P15, P17. That's not bad, I don't feel. Is there any more? We seem to be in a massive gap of cars here. There's one in the pits. Can we get them with Alonso? Not quite. We can try the pit exit trick down here. Yes, Hulkenberg. We've got. It's only P15 and P17 though. And I tell you what, he's come flying back at us, Hulkenberg. Fair play. He's going to give this up to us as hard as he can. And we're going to have to try and hold on. And we're not going to be able to hold on to Hulkenberg. So, difficult first race. We always knew this would be the case round here. And we are going to take P16 and P17 to start with Monza. Very difficult track. It's not a lot of points, but it is 17 points that we can move on to tomorrow's racing. So we move to Hungary for race number 2, opening round from the Italian GP. And hopefully it gets a little bit easier than it did in Monza. Very tricky track, that one. So gladly moving on. But sadly, we've got that still to come in race number 8. Qualifying sees us start P19 and P23 respectively. And we're going to go for mediums. We're going to put Alonso on a 5-3. And he's going to go on to the Eagle. And Charles Leclerc is going to do a 4-4. We are going to use Rooster because we've got a few. And I want to see if I can use that tomorrow. So, let's see what we can do. Can we get 30 points? Is that too much? No, let's find out. Only an average start. That's not what we needed. We definitely needed a faster start. But Leclerc has made up some ground, or nearly did, and he puts the brakes on, and that costs us a few positions, annoyingly. And we somehow only come out of here P20 and P22. That's a bad start. It looked a lot better. We've got stuck in numerous positions there. So sadly, we're going to have to do this the hard way, by the looks of it. See if we can get past Zhou Guan Yu. Not quite. We're going to have to try and do 5 laps with Alonso. That's why we've used that Eagle tyre. And we're going backwards again. But Leclerc finally gets one car into P19. Looks like some slow cars ahead, especially the Williams. We're all crowding up, but we're into P18. Kind of want to get through Piastri here. Looks like a bit of a slower car. Inside line would be perfect, and it is. Alonso's bang on the 5 laps as well. Can't push him too much. P17. P21. De Vries is going to take us. Alonso absolutely moving aside for anybody wants. Not doing his seat at this team next season doing any good so far. We've got Max Verstappen ahead of us, and we overtake Max Verstappen now. Alonso stuck behind Nick de Vries. And a few people pitting now as well. So, down the straight we go. And we're going to see if we can get past Alonso. Going to come back for mediums, and we're finally passed up to P13. Alonso still carrying around. He's going to have some good power unit left. We could stick to a 4-4 here. Is everyone going hards in front? There's a few hards. It's about the same, I would argue. What's ahead of us though? P17, Zhou Guan Yu. So I'm going to go to mediums now. I think that's the better call here. We might double stack a little bit, but I think with them hard tyres ahead, I think we're best having a good push doing the 4-4. Charles Leclerc comes out. We never get lucky with pit stops. We never manage to get out ahead. Never. We can get ahead of De Vries now, though. Not loads of power unit left for Leclerc. And now we're up against Verstappen on that hard. And how does De Vries just come flying back past us? I will never know. And we're stuck behind the hard tyre. We can't overtake. But Nick De Vries, the man who can't even get a seat in F1 anymore, flies past. Make it make sense. Surely Max Verstappen for the taking, yes. P18. It's not good, is it? We're not doing that good. We've got a few hards still pitting, but we're not going to gain that many positions here. It's up to P14 for Leclerc. Well, I mean, my prediction of 30 points went a bit sour, didn't it? We can't even hold on. Look at that. We almost get held back. And now we're in loads of traffic. We had this in Monza. And now we're at it again. Loads of traffic to deal with. And we just can't get past them. See if we can push one bit more. It's Nick De Vries, always in the way. We've got both Alpha Towers in the way, to be fair. Can we get Tsunoda? We can get Tsunoda. P13. Alonso's not looking good though. P19. It's been a tough race for him. When is it not a tough race for Fernando Alonso in my car? And look how many cars. We're just stacked to mediums ahead. Medium and hards. Absolutely stacked. Leclerc's going to come home and finish P13. Alonso stays behind Nick De Vries, who's been the pain in the AlphaTauri, and is only a matter of 18 points in Hungary. Not the best, but somehow we've got to improve and find some more points. Race number 3 then comes from Australia, Melbourne. And we're certainly going to need some luck in this one. Hopefully a wet race is on the cards. Probably a bit easier than the dry. And it starts off wet as well. So, going to go tuning on both. I might go rooster on one. Because we've got the excess. So we're going to try. Remember, half the field will pit lap 5, half the field lap 4. So we need to get ahead off this second part of the field to make a jump. We're hoping with Alonso that he can do that. And he's got off to a very good start. P17. Leclerc, as expected, never really makes much off the start. He's more of an all-rounded driver, and he slots into P24. Can Alonso hang it on out there? Can he get a place? No, he can't. So, Leclerc, look at that. Getting absolutely stuck at the back. Not helping us one bit. He doesn't want to score us any points today. But we're at the front with Alonso. That really didn't work, that race start for Leclerc, even though he didn't have a race start boost, but I'd have expected a bit better still. And as we're all over, another AlphaTauri, and Zhou Guan Yu just slides up the inside. But Leclerc gets one back as well. Tough to begin with here, but we're ahead of now Yuki Tsunoda. We've got Zhou Guan Yu in front. We're going to try and use all of our power unit to try and get ahead of Zhou Guan Yu. And yes, we can. P14. We're trying to get ahead because we're going to have a slow pit stop compared to everybody else. So that's why we've got to try and keep the pressure on the front. At the minute, I expect around P13 to come into the pits. So we're going to try and break that out if we can. And we're already building a gap to P15. That's what we like to see. But P15 coming back at us now. So if we need to boost at the end of this lap and try and create the gap. Let's try now and start to build. We'll have Alonso in this lap. So will Charles Leclerc. You'll see Charles Leclerc lose out probably in the pits. But it's Alonso we're focusing on. He's right behind Kevin Magnussen. Oh, I thought he was going to make a move then. Who will pit though? Will Kevin Magnussen pit? If he does, it'll be behind us going in, and he's not. So Yuki Tsunoda expect to overtake, because we are very slow pit times. As you can see, nearly 5 seconds. And you can see how many we lost. We came out in the head of this pack, and we've lost 3 places. That is the difference that we have when it comes to our pit times. We lose 3 places in the pits. And sadly, I think the rain isn't going to help us in this race. We can't really push Alonso. And look at the gap between the front. No chance can we catch that. Leclerc's P21. We've got to try and get some power unit back. It's just not going to work. It's a real struggle here in Australia. As look at that. We're just absolutely stuck behind Nico Hülkenberg. We've got him though. But we've got a load of cars in front. Can we be the quicker car? Very unlikely, of course. And look at that. We're being held back. Leclerc's got himself up to P20. But we're losing time all the time to the cars ahead. We're trying to close as much as we can. Currently 17th. Currently 21st. And look at that. We're behind a heavy order of cars. It's getting drier, but it's not going to matter for us. Alonso loses a place. We're running out of power unit. Can we keep hold of it? We've got no breakdowns by the look of it either. So it's not going to go our way this time. Any more room in the inn for one more? No chance for Alonso. Oh, no. Nearly. Oh, no. I've just realised I've got 1 lap left. Oh, dear. What a mistake that is. We've still got a lap. I've used all my power unit thinking it was the last lap. Rookie mistake in race number 3. By Hazard WF1. It's completely dry. I thought we were on the last lap. Oh, no. We could have slicked to dries. We could have gone to dry tyres and got a few positions. Ah, that's annoying. Never mind. We've got 18th and 19th though. Oh dear. Well, we move on from Australia very quickly. It's a very lowly 13 points, but a bit of a mistake not watching the weather. But there you go. So then, race number 4. The final one of this video. It's been tough, hasn't it? We haven't had any luck at all. Can we get that in Brazil? We're not using our good boost either, so we are trying to save some of that. And here we start with Brazil. So I'm going to go 5 hards to start with Alonso. Going to use a Prince. Leclerc's going to do a 3-3-3 with the softs. Let's see what happens. But we'll try and put in a decent run. We definitely need some improvement on drivers. That's what's slowing us down now. We don't need to be getting a poor race start. That's the one that's absolutely hurting us. And now we're off and racing. So P17, P18 to begin with is not too bad at all round here at Brazil. It's got a very heavy race start benefit to this circuit. And Leclerc, probably going to get pinned a little bit, just a little bit. Finds himself P14. Our hard tyre of Fernando Alonso, P19. And we're going to now try and focus on settling down in this race. Can we get George Russell though? That would be a nice move. No, we can't. We can lose a place to Piastri instead. That's brilliant. Thank you, Charles Leclerc, for that. And we are back to P15. Rival pushing. Not going to entertain that too much. We're stuck behind these two. Piastri goes wide. Leclerc opens the door. George Russell still being the nightmare that we need to get past at the moment. Leclerc goes wide. Starts to conserve down the straight. Can we get George Russell this time? Yes, we can. And now we're behind Valtteri Bottas in P12. We are going to service because we're going to use all this power unit now to get any gap we can. We've got a Alonso P23. We're going to try and go past the opponent. He goes wide and we make the most of it. So in comes Leclerc. He's now going to be on a 3-lap stint where he saves his power unit. And for us, Fernando Alonso, looking at a move on Yuki Tsunoda, takes it as well. So P18 for Fernando. Leclerc comes out very slowly into P24. So we'll just stick him onto a medium boost. And we're all the while just going to start gaining back power unit with Alonso. He'll go to the mediums after lap 5. And hopefully we'll be a bit quicker. Everyone starts to come into the pits. Leclerc's through here as well. And we're going to make up a few positions for Leclerc already. Mediums it will be for our Fernando. Not going to worry too much about fighting off positions. We're going to try though and get past Hulkenberg. Don't want to get slowed up too much. Can we get Max Verstappen being on the softs versus the hards? We're trying. It's not going to succeed. It does now. So Leclerc carries on. He's still got to pit though. Remember. And at the minute, we're not going to be taking a servicing lap. Where's Alonso coming out? Nearly hits the wall. Slows down, but gets out in P22. It's not the worst case in the world. It could have been 24th. Probably where Leclerc's going to come out. We're into P21. We're looking for a quicker attack to the end of this race. As Leclerc comes in. Remember, 9 laps in Brazil. And all the time, Alonso squeezes out and he's going to get a few places here. Leclerc doesn't get great traffic coming out the pits. And he's going to suffer. But he's into P15 Fernando. Now, can Leclerc close that gap a bit? He's going to try. He's right behind some potential overtakes. Can he get Tsunoda? It's a tough one, that 3-3-3. As you can see, we're only in P23. So Alonso on that 5-4 that's worked absolutely amazing. And now we're trying to just pick off the last few positions. It's P12 for Fernando Alonso. Great run by him. Not so great for Leclerc. Maybe we'll do a 4-5 tomorrow. But we can maybe get some more positions if we just hold up some power unit. Probably going to be P12, P19. Unless we can kind of catch anybody out. We've got a lot of cars ahead. One of them being Oscar Piastri. So Alonso will come home P12. We do manage to get 2 more with Leclerc. P17. We will take it and move on for sure. We do get 21 points. It's our first time in the 20s. That's what we needed. We needed a bigger points push. And we've done that. So let's have a look where we finish in Champs. 4 races in, 69 points. Not brilliant, but that was the first race that we did score over 20 points. Hopefully with a bit better boost tomorrow and a bit of luck, we can come back stronger. Make sure to let me know down below how you've got on. And fingers crossed we can put in a great performance. I want to know how you're doing, if I can help you too. So good luck and let me know down below.